Well, sorry, excuse the hat, but I can't pull off the headband thing and keep the hair on my head, so more power to you. But I'm going to start out with a true story that I cannot make this up, and it'll eventually lead into my main point. Someone I know, who I will not disclose the identity, thought they can have sex, and instead of wearing a condom, she had her mate use a sandwich bag instead, and think that would work, and she ended up getting pregnant. And yeah, so this leads me to my whole statement. Amongst all industrialized societies, the United States of America actually has the most teen pregnancies, and we tend to teach about abstinence-only education, and this proves to be entirely false. People need to be taught. People are going to have sex anyway, so people do this. We're sexually active creatures. So my point is to educate the people instead of trying to prevent it, because they're going to do it anyway. Educate the people. So every year, millions of teenagers engage in sexual activity with a lack of knowledge, wrongful information about sex, and helping adolescents become more aware of sexual protection can lead to better progress, and this is what I'm talking about. According to Advert, a website promoting safe sex and promotion, 50 million federal funding abstinence-only sex education last year, and it's proven to be absolutely wrong. I mean, as my story pertains, it makes no sense. In reality, all students are going to practice abstinence is to prepare all teenagers with the knowledge and a safe sex in case of situation arises. The present median age of sexual initiation is 17, and the average age of marriage is 25.8 for women and 27.4 for men, meaning that the length of time between sexual onset and marriage is 8 to 10 years on average, which currently there has been no scientific evidence that show abstinence-only programs have been effective preventing teen pregnancies. Sorry, I'm kind of lost. The misconception that teens often make is it won't happen to me, and the possibility of pregnancy or sexual transmitted diseases are on the rise as well. Statistics show that each year approximately 7,500,000 adolescent females become kind of lost right now. Yeah, I guess that's it. I'm unprepared. So.
Well, Gerald, how about a little feedback since we're working on it?
I thought he had an interesting intro, and there's a little bit of lack of source citation, and it was kind of hard to follow because it's all over the place. So a little bit structured development is needed, and that's it.
Okay. There's scribbling going on behind me. It's a little weird. All right, Jonathan, the withdrawal method also doesn't work very well. You know? And you just kind of bailed out here at the end, and I think you could have finished it a little bit more gracefully and gotten, just come back to the point that you were trying to make. Even if you are lost, basically your position is people are not well educated about sex. These abstinence-only programs don't work. We need to try and do more to help them so that we don't end up with people trying to prevent pregnancy by putting a baggie over their Johnson. If you could just say that, you'd have ended up at least a little more coherently. As it is, you just kind of bail on it. And I didn't think that you were doing terribly. You were having some trouble keeping things organized. And it did seem like there was some information in the speech, but it's not always being cited, and so it needs to be developed a lot more in terms of the content. The presentation things, okay, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt on the hat thing. You've tried to minimize the importance. Rubber bands, by the way, they work really well tying the hair back. That's a good strategy also. Your audience contact's okay as far as it goes, and I know that it looks to me like you're trying to hide the fact that you have notes. You keep putting them behind your back while you're speaking instead of, put them on cards. When you need to refer to them, look at them, but otherwise just, they're in your hand, and they shouldn't be something that we draw attention to, but they don't have to be something that you hide either, and I think that's a little bit problematic. All right, when you watch it, you'll know. You're probably kicking yourself right now for 3 or 4 other things that I don't need to bother mentioning to you. You know what's going on there. Okay, thank you.